Behold the 2019 Honda Civic sedan. Here's what you need to know. This year, a new sport trim. Honda sensing is standard across all trim levels. A refreshed exterior design, restyled lower bumper, also updated display audio. But in my opinion, if you like vanilla ice cream, you will love the Honda Civic. Now don't get me wrong, vanilla ice cream is the most popular flavor of ice cream in the world. Mine, Jamocha almond fudge. Now, I think vanilla ice cream is a good comparison, probably the best comparison when talking about the Civic, because this hits all the good points. It looks good, it's safe, it's sporty, low on horsepower, but high on safety, and fantastic on fuel economy. I'm a big fan of the Honda brand overall. In fact, the Honda Pilot was on our top 3 list of vehicles to choose for our family, even though we ended up going with a Ford F-150 for hauling purposes and more cab space for the kids. But when considering doing another review of a Honda Civic, I thought, gosh, how do I make this exciting? This car, in a way, is so good, it's boring. Statistically speaking, there are 5 trim levels in this 5-passenger sedan. There's the LX Sport, which is new, EX, EXL, and Touring. We have the Touring trim level. You have 3 wheel option sizes. You've got 16, 17, and 18s. We've got the 18s. There are 2 powertrain options, depending, of course, on your trim level. There is a 2-liter 4-cylinder, both are 4 cylinders, that gets 158 horses, 138 pound-feet of torque. That comes with a manual transmission in the 6-speed or a CVT. This here, which is the top 3 trim levels, you have a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that pumps out 174 horses, 162 pound-feet of torque. And fuel economy across the entire lineup, with a few exceptions, will be in the low 30s for your mixed driving number. I'll go inside and show you what I got. Under the info button, you can see your entire fuel economy history. So I can see my current trip counter right now. The previous drive, I don't know how long it was, but 18.8 miles per gallon. Shows my range currently. Now the history of trip A, this is exciting because 33 miles per gallon in mixed driving, and that's exactly what Honda predicts for their mixed driving number, and that's 183 miles that I've driven so far. The previous drive, 613, and that person averaged just under 30. So right there in the high 20s, low 30s for mixed driving. Fuel economy is right on where it should be. Cargo volume is 15.1 cubic feet of volume for every trim level except the Touring trim level, which we have, and that's 14.7 cubic feet of volume. Good enough for a human being, although I don't suggest it, but plenty of space for your daily grocery getting. But if you need more room than just for groceries, this is a 60-40 fold-down back seat split, and you pull these levers here to release them, and then you can push them down for longer items. Here's your typical backseat legroom and headroom demo that I always do, because I want to give you a real-world perspective from a guy who's 5'11", so put yourself in my shoes. This is really a lot of space in the back of the Civic. Here is my position as the driver up front, and look how much room I have. I'll even slip back and put my feet up a little further. So I still have plenty of space between my knees and the back of the seat. Headroom is sufficient as well. You can see the indent in the roofline. Good picture here for that. And I'm sitting up straight, and I still have just a little bit of room. Of course, you want more room, then you have to upgrade to an Accord. But for the Civic, this works for me. Here's one thing that bothers me about this vanilla sedan is that it doesn't have any USB ports back here for the passengers. You would think with a top trim level, they do give you heated seats, but no USB ports to allow your passengers to stay connected and charged. So what have they done on the inside? Well, push button start. We have the touch screen that we always do. Now I say this steering wheel mounted controls are more intuitive and simple. They used to have the slider right here. They have had that in other Hondas. They don't have that anymore, but you have everything else is pretty easy to understand. The lane departure alert here, adaptive cruise control, all set right there. They do have paddle shifters with our vehicle. Bluetooth here for picking up phones, phone calls, audio for the radio. So all good stuff. Here's what that Honda sensing package includes, which again is standard across all trim levels: adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation braking system, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist system, road departure mitigation, and forward collision warning. Here's something that's super easy, barely an inconvenience, and I'm a big fan of, is the convenience of your USB cord through the console. the actual USB is underneath behind here, and you can string it through. Now here's how quick and simple it is to connect your car to Apple CarPlay. So plug it in. It's going to ask me here to connect. Let's do the audio or phone. Wow, that was a lot faster than I thought. And now, just like that, Apple CarPlay. Bam! This is a nice colorful display. You can slide left and right. Some of my apps that are on my phone that I can just look at here, so I can keep my hands on the wheel and then just listen to a podcast, for example. So I've got my Dan Patrick Show, Endurance Hour, Small Business, Big Marketing. Got a lot of funny things in here. Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum, big fan of his. Joe Rogan, obviously, Entrepreneurs on Fire. The Gary V audio experience. Anyways, these are just kind of things that I listen to and I'm able to because of how simple and easy it is to use the Apple CarPlay system. So the MSRP range on a 2019 Honda Civic is between $21,000 and $28,000. Clearly the formula is working. People love vanilla ice cream, and we're going to continue to love the Honda Civic for years to come. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson with Everyman Driver. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Adios.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
One more thing before you go, I've added links to some of the best-selling automotive accessories on Amazon right now, along with links to some of my product reviews. You'll find it in the description below this video.